Everyone knows that oil and water don't readily mix, but what many people don't appreciate is how important that one chemical property is for the survival of life on Earth. Living cells frequently find themselves exposed to inhospitable chemical environments. And in order to survive and prosper, the cell needs to take its own internal chemistry and protect it from that outside environment. To do this, cells surround themselves with a structure called the plasma membrane. Now, how does a cell membrane serve as a barrier? The key to this phenomenon is what's called a lipid bilayer, a thin film of oily lipid molecules that lies at the center of all cell membranes. Very few molecules that are soluble in water can dissolve in these oily lipids or pass through to the other side. And as a result, the aqueous solutions inside and outside of the cell are kept very effectively separated by that lipid bilayer. When it comes to cell membranes, lipids are only a part of the story. Cells do need to have a plasma membrane to separate inside from outside. But still, a living cell has to take certain things in from its environment, nutrient molecules for instance, and also needs to be able to expel other molecules out into the environment. To state this more concisely, cell membranes need to be semi-permeable. Only certain kinds of chemical compounds can pass through the membrane, and sometimes only in one direction. Now, to achieve this end, the cell incorporates proteins into its lipid bilayer, particularly what are known as transport proteins. Which transport proteins are incorporated into the membrane determines which molecules can pass through the membrane and which molecules cannot. By picking and choosing which transport proteins to place into its membrane, a cell can have a very sophisticated control over how it's going to interact at its cell surface with the environment surrounding it.